Now, what the fuck were you thinking with that movie?
Hey, you guys said terrible movies, so that was the worst movie I've ever seen. As I said, it's so terrible, it's perfection.
Let's just jump right into our first movie, and I was gonna let Comix Division start this one off. Why don't you explain Tooken, since you were the one that...
All right, well, Tooken is exactly what it sounds like. It is a spoof of Taken, and it's so great because the guy that plays the lead character, he captures that kind of like mix of I have this Irish accent, but I'm trying to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And it kind of really makes one of those like action movie tropes with like the old man action films. And there's a lot of really good tropes that this movie makes fun of, which is the reason why I think it's really funny. I mean, it is like completely a terrible movie, but there's like so many things in it that is just like completely absurd that just makes you laugh. And it's like throughout the entire movie, he's constantly doing that Liam Neeson speech from Taken.
Constantly. It never stops.
It's so funny. And then you have Margaret Cho playing a dude named Brownfinger, which is supposed to be obviously a play on Goldfinger. And it plays in perfectly with the plot. And then there's that part where she holds her finger up. It's brown, and the whole joke is that she's talking about how since there's the villain, you have to have a terrible like villain plot or story. The reason why they're a villain. So when her character was a kid, her parents took her dog away and gave it to some like yuppie family. So she's like angry about that. So she's sticking explosives in dogs, these tiny dogs, with her finger. So it's obviously a poop joke, right? Because her finger is brown, and she's like, it's a birthmark. And it's like I said, it's so terrible. It's literal perfection because of how funny it is.
We have very, very different definitions of perfection.
Not like perfection, like, oh my God, this is the best movie ever. Perfection on how terrible it is. I mean, it is the best, worst movie you could ever watch because of how stupid it is.
Oh my God. I don't even... Oh, I started to question my inviting you on after seeing this. There was a couple points where I'm like, why? Okay, no. We'll start with the beginning of the movie, and like their whole reason behind getting divorced is because the guy takes everything way too serious.
Yeah. Well, it's like, again, like any like cop movie, it's like there's always a problem with the wife. I don't want to say there's a problem with the wife, but there's a problem that caused them to separate, either because it's the job or because
like Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard's a good example. Die Hard. Oh God, what is it? Fuck. I'm trying to remember the name of those movies. The one, it's like I'm totally blanking, but it's like there's a lot of movies that are like that. The husband and wife are separated because of the job or because of something that happened. And it's all these like movie tropes that they're kind of poking fun at, and it does actually a really good job of making fun of those tropes. And
it just
but it does it in such terrible ways. And like I said, that's the beauty of this movie. And like I said, it is complete trash. But at the same time, if you look at it, they know the movie tropes they're making fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it started like, why do you have to be so serious about everything? And he's just trying to have a normal conversation about about dinner. He gets all dark, like, we have to get the Parmesan, like that type of thing.
I think Robert Anderson brought up an interesting comment, Yeti, you might want to highlight. Mr. Mom?
Okay. Mr. Mom, let me take a look.
Yeah. Go ahead and emphasize on that comment. Find it and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I guess a little bit of that movie just bled into me more than it should have. Damn it.
Oh man, but I don't know the fact that
I was looking for someone named Mr. Mom.
You're looking for.
Yes, I was looking for that. You told me Mr. Mom. I'm like, okay, let me look through the chat for that. Oh my god. Hey, keep in mind, my first time hosting a real stream, so I am not used to this multitasking.
You'll get there someday between now and 2022. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up as we go. But, okay, so I don't. This is the first thing that comes to my mind, and the moment I question the new friendship with you guys is when they start doing a sword fight with the guy's dick.
Yeah, at the very end. Okay, so there's a big joke at the very beginning of the film where they've taken the two of the best pills for erectile dysfunction, which is Cialis and Viagra, and they created Vialis. And so apparently at the beginning of the movie, he's having issues. So he signs up for the trial for Vialis. And after, let me back out. So he decides to get a dog for his daughter's birthday. And so he goes and goes to this pet store, buys the dog, and has the window down, and it jumps out and gets killed. And when he bought the first dog, he was given a card. It's like your third dog is free. So he goes back.
Yes. Oh,
buys another dog, and the dog's like looking at the window. He's like, not this time. He rolls out the window. The dog this time jumps out the sunroof. And then he goes back. He's like, I'll be needing that third one, and he gets the third dog. And that's when he takes the Vialis. And finally, after like 45 minutes, and apparently watching National Geographic, he finally gets an erection. And there's like this funny scene where he's completely naked except for a towel, and he like flashes the dog, and the dog explodes. it's that like level of stupid humor that is just freaking hilarious.
Explosion sets his apartment on fire.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Then like the fireman runs out, he's buck ass naked, he throws him over his shoulder, runs out, he steps him down. Of course there's like a news crew, and he's naked, and his wife is watching it, and oh god, it's freaking funny.
Oh, man.
I just thought about this movie at times. It kind of reminds me of an American-made version of Kung Pao, because Kung Pao is so retardedly stupid that it was hilarious. And this movie is kind of along those lines where it's like ridiculous. It's stupid, but it's funny with how ridiculous it is.
And another movie is kind of spoofing too is Lethal Weapon. That was the one I was trying to remember.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything of that. Yeah.
It was just wickedly funny at certain points, and mostly stupid the entire way. So
mostly it was mostly stupid people. But just
well, there's that part at the end where they're fighting, and he finally gets a hold of his daughter, and she's like, bring me the red bag. And she opens his bag, and it's like full of guns and everything, and she flips it over, and there's the red bag, and he's like, she finds it and gives it to him. He's like, I shit myself earlier. I need to change my underwear. But the whole thing is, anyway, leading up to the little cockfight at the end, is that he takes the entire bottle of Vialis and gets this huge erection where he basically battles Margaret Cho with she has a sword and he's using his dick. It's fucking funny. It's so dumb.
Yeah, because he's got no more weapons. And I know I jumped straight to that point, but it's the one that like it keeps nagging at the back of my head that you actually watched this. So I kind of missed the whole setup, but like that's all I can think about. that scene actually happened, and I was forced to watch it.
I was telling my wife, it's like, I made them watch Tooken. She's like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, movies. This is probably one of the worst movies out there. And
we did ask for it.
Yeah, you did ask for it. Reno Williams is also in it. He plays this guy named Moneymaker, and he's basically sleeping with the ex-wife. And there's this really funny scene at the end where he's trying to help them, and the daughter, he tells the daughter to throw a grenade out the window, and so it lands at his feet, and he ends up losing a thumb.
Yes.
And then things keep happening where he keeps losing more and more of his arm. Like he gets shot with a shotgun, blowing off his forearm. Then a dog tears off the rest of his arm.
And then it's like he goes like a blood spray all over the wall.
Like,
It's like,
spraying everywhere. It's like so terrible. But I mean, he's hilarious. He's like this millionaire. He's like this porn star. And I just like I love the movies that he's been in that they're kind of spoofing. Like what was it, the Dong of Wall Street? 8 Mile.
And he's literally named Moneymaker. Like that wasn't exaggerate. That's his name.
Yeah.
Didn't he have it tattooed? I think he had it tattooed on his stomach. I know he was like a hardcore vegan.
He was a
If I
hardcore
remember,
vegan.
he is a hardcore vegan.
It's like tofu life. He keeps going kale. Yeah. I mean, he has like forcing carrot with a carrot. I mean, it is really, really funny.
Oh, painful. They were spoofing one of Liam Neeson's at the very opening scene, that the one where he's on the airplane and he starts getting text messages.
Yeah.
But this time it's like, I will take something away from you. And, of course he's trying to have a couple drinks. So they steal all the bottles of liquor so he can't have any more. Yep. And then he's like, well, do you believe me now? And he's getting sick. So they grab
all the barf bags.
Steal all the bags, all the puke bags.
And then finally they steal the flight attendant's skirt.
Yeah, they take the flight attendant's skirt. He just grabs his camera, puts it up, and he's like, thank you, takes a picture of her.
Yeah, and that turned out to be the dream, and he's like former CIA, now we're a cop, and his mom is also CIA. I mean, it's just
little Paul. Yeah, there are so many things in the film. It is atrociously awful bad. I mean, but it's funny, and because it's that bad, I don't know. I can't decide. I'm very angry about it though.
Oh, okay. Yes, you were telling us earlier how angry you were about the show, about this movie.
I got 15 minutes in and I'm like, I am so freaking pissed off. God dang, I was like, so.
Hey, you asked for it, guys. You asked for it. That's what I'm saying.
I finished it, and I was thinking there is nothing that could make the Legion look like gold, and this film may have done it. This was it, man. And the brown finger thing just made me die. And of course, this gang, this criminal organization run by the bad guy, Margaret Cho, right?
Margaret Cho. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name at all. She was this. Oh.
Brown finger. But anyway, she runs the business, the Puppy Emporium, where he was getting the exploding dogs from.
That's right.
Yeah, it is such a it was so just ridiculous. And she actually says in the course of the explaining, now I'm going to tell you my evil plan.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell my backstory, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to escape.
Yeah.
She offered everybody a tab. I lost my mind. I'm like, can I have a tab? Yeah, I'd like a tab.
Oh. I don't know if I zoned out or my brain was trying to protect myself, but I can't even remember why she started to try to take everyone down. Like I blanked that all out.
Well, she started wanting to take him down because he found the Albanians with the explosives. And these places were being taken to the Puppy Emporium.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's right. Yeah.
What's funny is when he has his daughter throw that grenade out the window that Comix was talking about a minute ago, it's so that he can figure out where kind of location where they in relationship to her, right? But of course, Moneymaker's standing down there, and like the grenade hits his feet, and he looks at the camera, and he's standing next to a Diablo, right? And the Diablo, not a scratch on it, thing's in perfect shape. He's missing it. So awesome.
Well, and the other thing too, which is like just like the movie trope, is the whole thing with the horny teenagers, and usually it's the guy, but this time it's the daughter.
Yeah.
And this poor kid that she's trying to hook up with it the entire time. He's like, I know about this, and then right when they start making out or whatnot, her dad shows up, and he gets thrown out a window or something, and ultimately he ends up with this body cast. And the part that's great at the end, when her dad finally calls him, she has like this giant drill with this drill bit trying to like open up the body cast to get to his junk, which is so funny.
just so he can pee.
Oh, no, he wants
was
to
that
pee.
ever resolved? I can't remember if that was ever resolved. Did he stay in that castle? Oh no, he got run over. He got run over.
He got run over, and at the end he gets thrown out of the plane because he finally.
Oh
you know, she gets
yeah,
what
I
she
remember
wants.
now.
They're going to the Bahamas or something. I don't remember where they're going
Yeah,
to, but
somewhere.
yeah,
And
he
Moneymaker-
opens the bathroom door, and he's like, you know, he's just plowing her. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Mr. So and So," and then you see him get thrown out the plane.
That's so great.
And to answer Keely Chow's comment, we're talking about Tooken right now. So like this is the glory of this thing is Moneymaker is hitting on every single girl in the film. So the wife and then the daughter, and then at the very end he starts hitting on the grandma.
Brian Miller's, that's his name. Yeah, he starts
Miller's.
hitting on Brian's mom, which is the other thing too. She's like former CIA or something like that, and she's like constantly playing like some first person shooter online. And there's like this Indian kid that keeps calling her saggy tits.
Yes.
At the very end, she just steps out. And she's like, he's like, "You know who I am?" He's like, "Saggy tits," and she's like, "Are these saggy tits?" He throws up her shirt. And there's like this close up with these, you know, boobs that are saggy. I mean, it's crap like that. I mean, it's total trash humor, but it's funny as hell.
No, that's
Oh, yeah, and at the very end, he's like dating her because he's on the plane with them all right as the daughter is getting railed in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have any final thoughts on this travesty that we endured?
I will never forget this movie. I mean,
It's
I
gonna.
will just. This is one of those memories of my life that I just like. You know, I'm like, this is what I got up a few hours early for, and this is I live with it, and I die by my choice. So,
Well,
this
here's
is
the
what I
thing,
get.
man. It's like that videotape in The Ring, right? You got to share it with other people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Oh,
It, yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no! Wait. Yeah, we had to endure all of this. We absolutely endured it.
We
And before-
persevered.
Yeah, we persevered. And before I forget, smash that like button because you know I keep forgetting I need to say these things. So please smash that like button and follow all the kind people that are helping us stream here today. You know, but I did expect more of an angry rant from Culture because it sounded like he was about to go off on comics
Well,
backstage.
Here's the thing. Normally I would have, but the more I come to grips with the fact that I spent, you know, an hour and a half of my life watching this, it could have been far worse. You know, I could have watched the the Legion again.
It could have been Jiggly. Like that is a really terrible movie. Ben Affleck and J-Lo at their finest. You remember that 2002 Culture?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Jaylee,
wretched.
that's right. That movie I heard was
God,
terrible.
okay. Well, I guess I got to write that one down.
Oh,
because
bring me back up for that one, Yeti.
It's not on our list.
No, you have it. on the
There's
list.
movies that are unintentionally like funny and terrible. Where this movie it's it's trying to lampoon other movies. It's lampooning action films. They know it's bad.
Oh yeah,
And
they're
it's
aware.
intentionally bad. But the ones I think that are worse, the ones that are unintentionally bad.
Like
Which is what I'd say about The Dormant.